Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Legends of Another World. In the last episode we got pretty close to the end of this Monster Arena side quest, which has been giving us additional copies of limited quantity items, or items that were limited quantity but we can now get in any quantity through this side quest. That includes the stat up items and also the blue magic items for some of the very, very late game abilities. Now I have given those to Ivy because Judgment Harley already had from that choice chest. Zanmato, at the time I got that choice chest, I decided Zanmato was not important for either of them. They both have a very low physical stat, which came in handy in the last episode, but most of the time that's not what you want. So I decided to give that to Ivy just because she is the nearer of the two to filling out her list. Glory is now the only one she is missing. By the way, she has been missing Hellspawn for most of the game, but when I was doing the Super Scanner side quest, I encountered a monster called the Cuboid in the caves at the top of the mountain, the one with the wraith in it. The Cuboid has the Hellspawn item as a steal. I also remembered to steal from the Sapphire Dragon in the Ice Temple, the Blue Magic Blizzard for Harley, but Harley is still missing a lot of early game ones, so at some point I'll go back and... well, I don't need to go back, I can just... if I use the game data to work out which monsters have them, I can get them all here, right here in the Monster Arena. Anyway, I think I have figured out a strategy for the Obby from Hell. Now, what was baffling me about this battle was that it inflicts a number of statuses, including sleep and poison, and sets HP to 1 for everyone. I'd tried multi-proof, I'd tried zombie-proof as a fairly random choice to see if it would still inflict status if you have the abilities for preventing individual statuses, and zombie did still get inflicted, so for a while I was despairing, but again I looked in the game data and I don't feel bad about this because it's, you know, it's something Namida's made available to me. It's sped up the process of doing this Monster Arena side quest quite a bit, but only by cutting out a lot of the tedious parts. The puzzle of working out how to deal with each boss is still there, and I'm having a much better time with it. I'm enjoying it a lot more because I have those shortcuts available when I need them. Anyway, from the game data I learnt that it does inflict most of the statuses even if you're immune, but sleep-proof and psycho-proof do work to prevent those too. So, of course, I've got those as well as debuff-proof on my front party members. Auto-haste, which will prevent slow. Don't have that for Vince because I don't have 4 auto hastes, and I'm not going to grind to get the 4th one, so I may never have it. And putting all 3 of those on, of course I still want to do damage, so I'm keeping ultra damage and double hit, and that is already all 6 slots answered for, so except for Vince, everyone has had to sacrifice HP plus 100. And I don't mind this because, you know, they still have very high HP. I don't need to have it all the way at 9999 for this. So, as usual, I'll begin by excelling the party. This one is not... Oh yes, Alicia had to sacrifice use special as well, so with her I will just be attacking. It is not vulnerable to weaken and meltdown, or indeed any negative status, so I'm not trying that. So that's what happens. No sleep, no psycho, but everyone's still around and I can Essuona off the poison. Now what it does not remove is zombie, which is a little bit annoying. But I have... Wait, before I do anything else, I'll put in Ivy and haste Vince. Oh, Oh, I see. It's not just zombie. It gives zombie and regen. It's a while since an enemy used that trick on me. But okay. At least we got past this round and we can see what happens next. So, Crippling Strike to Harley, some minor debuffs, nothing terribly serious, but I need to get back on my feet now. So, Revivia Vince. Should I re-haste Vince or haste Harley? I'm not sure. Actually, I'll haste Ivy because she has some blue magic that may be helpful. I'll need to spend a turn charging. I don't know what else the Obby is able to do. Okay, instant death to one party member, not great. So, blue magic. Now, which is the one that grants positive statuses? There is one. Solidity. Haste shield aura, but it's only to one person at a time. I guess that's okay. Great, that's percentage damage attack, so it can't kill anyone, so that's basically a free turn for me. And now I've got a lot of time before its next turn. So time for Harley to do a scan. And let's see how far we've taken it down. Okay, about a quarter. More than a quarter now. So I should charge so I'm more prepared. As for what to do then, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe switch back in one of my physical attackers. She does still have zombie regen, so I'll take that off. And Harley can cure her up. Okay, but I only had a few different positive statuses, so it shouldn't take too long to get those back. Also, Vince isn't so important now that I have all 3 buffs. So I'll just put Wall back on Alicia. Okay, it's taken off my buffs. That's annoying, but you know, just put Vince in and start getting them back. Turn order suddenly changed and I have a lot more turns before its next one. Well, that's good. And I guess I'll wall Tara. I'm not sure that's going to do much good, but... Okay, Shockwave, we can melt down to everyone. That's basically a free turn for me, because it's... or free round, in that it's not... Okay, Alicia only has 1 buff, but Vince will get another turn soon. Harley will get a turn, so I'll wait for his turn to cure everyone up. And that's more than half its health gone. I think we've got this. I mean, at some point it may do that pestilence again, but I think I'll be able to handle it. Oh, as soon as I said that. So we're right back where we were. Harley's asleep, doesn't really matter. Switching Ivy to get those statuses off. But I do still have zombie regen, so get that off as well. And not much Tara can do. So I'll relic Harley. Okay, he died anyway. I want Alicia back in as my best hitter. Ooh. But she has poison and zombie and regen, and I can't get all of those off in one turn. So I'll just attack and then revive her. No, I was going to switch in Harley to haste Vince, but he's already hasted. Honestly, with the amount of party switching I'm doing in this battle, I could have done with Sleep Proof and Psycho Proof on more people, but it's okay. Feeling pretty confident in winning now. Yep, 3/4 down. Switching Harley to Cure. Okay, you've wasted a turn taking off regen. Sorry, Mr. Robbie, that was the wrong choice. Amanda is the only one who's not done anything this battle, so let's bring her in for the finale. And we did not get the drop. Looking at the game data, it was multi-proof. I'll just check how many of those I have. None were equipped during the battle. None were equipped to anyone. I have 3. I would have liked to have 4, just so I have 1 for everyone. I'm not entirely against redoing some of the battles, just so I get 1 of each drop. They are mostly fun. Of course, there are exceptions. I will not ever be redoing the Retributor fight unless I can find a better way of handling it, because that, well, I said everything that needs saying on that in my last video. Anyway, we have defeated the Obby. Time to save. Use this. Time to save. And have another look at the Mulligan. I'll keep my equipment as it is for now because I don't remember what specifically the Mulligan required. I do remember that it was the very first arena boss I unlocked, and it was very nasty. So, let's see if... it has... Oh. Okay, so unlike some of the arena bosses, it has a counterattack that actually works. And it has auto-regen, so that is going to be annoying. At this point I shouldn't bother attacking until I've at least got wall on everyone for that counter. So let's use my turn to scan. Solidity, Haste Shield, Aura. I need to dispel in a hurry. I can't switch to a white mage because they're both already in my party. This is where the dispel strike comes in handy. So I'll make sure I have that in my party setup. So I've just been I've just taken some time out to get Harley his missing blue magics, and unfortunately it seems that it's not possible to get all of them. In particular, the smoke screen. The item for that is called Hazy Ash. You get it from the first Phantom boss, and that appears to be the only source. I cannot find an enemy in the database that has Hazy Ash as a steal or a drop. I'll have a look for the others. I've got a few of the missing ones, but I'm still missing Light Pillar, Tornado, Crippling Strike, and these two endgame ones. Zanmato I don't think I'll ever get because I chose Judgment from the choice chest, and I've got another one of each for Ivy, but I'm expecting that that's it for Zanmato, so Harley's list will remain forever incomplete in any case. But yeah, a bit of a disappointment that I can't even get all the early game ones. So, because I already had my equipment set up for the Obby from Hell, I decided to redo that one straight away to get the 4th multi-proof. Now I have definitely decided against redoing all the ones that I don't get the drop so as to get one of each, and that's for 2 reasons. One, I already have 4 Dispel Strikes. That's already more than I need because I only have 3 physical attackers, but I like the symmetry of having 4 of all of these kind of endgamey limited quantity abilities. 4 of them or 7 of them for things that I think I might want to keep on all 7, like HP plus 100%. Talking of which, I made the surprising discovery that I actually have 8 of those right now, so I can sell the extra one, not sure where it came from. Might have been a drop while I was doing the super scanning. Yeah, that's one reason. The other is that I've had another look at the Retributor fight, because I had one idea for how I could get it down more quickly, and that is that I wondered whether, when it's in the zombie state, healing magic would not be counted as damage and returned to me. It was a nice idea, but it doesn't work. Healing magic does get returned to you, so you would still have to do extremely limited amounts of damage. It would still be just as slow, so I am no closer to finding out a quick way to do that. So, I will probably not ever get the 4th Ultra HP. Anyway, back to the Molligart. My setup now is HP plus 100%. Oh, I meant to put... So I've taken off some of the things I don't need, but I've left on Psycho Proof just because I don't have anything else particular for that slot, but I do in fact. So, because of its counterattack, Alicia has HP plus 100 back, Ultra Damage, Double Hit, and Auto Haste are fairly obvious. Auto Wall, again to help with that counterattack. I hope that with Auto Wall I won't need Ultra HP, because I definitely want the Dispel Strike on her. Tara, similar setup, but I don't have Auto Wall because I don't have a spare one. It might be already equipped to one of my other party members. I don't especially care because Alicia's the real damage dealer. Sorry, Tara and Liana. That 50 points difference in strength seems to make a huge difference in damage output. I haven't looked too closely at the exact formula this game uses for damage, although it's in the game data. I have it accessible now. Anyway, all 3 physical attackers have Dispel Strike, and Vince, of course, with Preemptive, so he can get straight in with agility buffs. So let's see how the fight goes now. Of course, once again, Alicia had no room in her skill set for use special. Okay, she still gets wiped out, so that must be... its physical attack must have instant death. So I will need to give up one equipment slot for death proof and try to work out which other thing I can best afford to take off. So this is my current setup. Alicia has death proof instead of auto wall. I've done a quick test and she does need wall to survive its counter, especially with double hit, meaning she'll get 2 counter attacks. So I'm just going to use her first turn to put wall on instead of having auto wall, and hope that works out. Vince, I've given his spare slot to Booster now that I expect Sleep Proof and Psycho Proof both no longer necessary, but all 4 front party members have Death Proof. So let's give this another shot. So, actually I've forgotten the combination. There is some combination of 2 of her good items that was... wall to the whole party. It might have involved a defender, which I no longer have any of, and I'm certainly reluctant to give up the 10th barrier. I'll try Ribbon Invigorant. Oh, that was it. Great. Is it vulnerable to Weaken and Meltdown? I don't know, but let's try. Yes. And with Wall, I'm easily able to survive 2 of its attacks. Good old Dispel Strike. I do need to keep my party's HP up, of course. So Harley will... Yorona. I love the way I'm taking regen off and it's putting it back on. And now I need... either I need Ivy in and do another Curona before... well, actually, could do full cure. Alicia's the only one. Oh! That would be Aura. Oh, very lucky there. Not so lucky. Shockwave, Weaken, Meltdown, Auto Regen. I've only got 2 turns right now. Oh, that's because none of my current party members actually have haste, which is a bit silly. Best thing to do with Harley's turn. Well, Alicia can't really attack when she's low on HP and no longer has Wall. So I'll put Wall back on her and she can use a Hyper Potion. Trauma. Of the MP destroying variety. Nice. I haven't yet had a look at how much damage I've done compared to how much it's already gained back from regen. I do see that I have a good few turns at the moment. Kind of obvious. May as well use those. And I'll need Ivy. See, I wish I could do something about the fact that full cure gets mitigated by her aura. I'm going to scan and use Vince to throw another hyper potion. I have a lot of these, and there are not so very many bosses left in the game. Okay, I have actually got through a good chunk of its HP. Oh, that was nasty. I know that hyper potions are still available in unlimited quantities. So are hyper elixirs. I'm not sure offhand exactly how to get them. Hyper potions can probably be bought. Does Esuona... Actually, what I should really be doing is hasting... Yeah, it does take off Weaken and Meltdown. Remember to excel and don't adrenaline. Yeah, try to get everyone hasted. Yeah, I don't want to take any risks, so I'll throw a hyper potion. I think those can be bought. And for hyper elixirs, if I wanted to get more, I'd have to farm them. Yeah. I have a potion plus that I've gained somewhere. I'm not going to bother with that. No, should not attack while I'm under Weaken and Meltdown. Yeah, I guess I may as well do that. Harley can Esuona again. Switch Ivy for Tara maybe for some extra damage, but she needs to be healed first. And I should wait for Harley's turn to do that rather than spending a potion on it. Oh, that's nice. So, halfway down? That's interesting. It hit Tara a lot more lightly than Alicia. Is that because of... their different defense stats, or was something else going on that I wasn't aware of? Need wall back on before I can do anything. That's annoying. Hang on. No, everyone has wall. So just... Fiorona. Ultra Outbreak. So that just puts zombie on everyone. You know, doesn't really bother me that much. Alicia's obviously the most important to get it off. Make sure that Harley cures Alicia, not everyone. Just as an experiment, I'll use Curia. Yeah, that does more than full cure right now. Interesting. Well, that's annoying because I can't Hyperlixir when two of my party members are still zombied. So, Harley, you can unzombie. Oh, you didn't get your MP removed. That's nice. Whew. Yeah, this is still a long and tricky fight, but I think I've mostly got it. So, everyone's out of zombie. Fiorona. Okay, that was about half its remaining HP. Ultra Outbreak? Nah, doesn't bother me. Time to take this thing down. Whew. And we do get its drop, the Agility Plus. That's good, because that's one I would not really want to repeat, because it did use up some difficult to replenish resources, and the Agility Plus is a very good one. That's one I'm glad to have got. So, that should be all 14 defeated. Now, if I've done everything right in terms of save files and the game remembers that I've defeated all 14, this should mean... Oh, while you were fighting all my other creations, I watched carefully and studied how you fight too. Based on this, I've created a monster that should truly test your skills. It's my ultimate creation. Oh, we get the glitter, and I think I know what that is. I think that is the last blue magic I need for Ivy to complete her set. So, of course, that will unlock the 15th and last boss of this side quest. Doofus. So the reason I find this funny is, as I have mentioned, I'm doing an RPG project RPG Maker project myself, I'm also using Falzon's Battlers, and before I knew that this battler appeared in Namida's game, I was using this for the Slime Baby, which in my game is a first dungeon monster. But Namida's chosen it for one of the endgame bosses. Obviously, his version will be a lot tougher than mine. Let's go with the usual Excel. Alicia, do some damage to it. Okay, it has very high defense, so I'm only able to do 5,000 even on a critical. Harley, come in and scan it. Okay, it has 320,000 HP, so much lower than some of the endgame bosses, but obviously with the reduced damage, it's kind of as if I was doing normal damage and it had 3 million. Both its defense and spirit are high. Immune to all negative statuses, no surprise there. Okay. Ooh. I missed, and it put everyone to sleep with the Sweet Dreams, which is sleep even if you're immune. We can Meltdown, and I haven't woken up yet. Trauma, that's going to hit everyone. In fact, that should kill everyone because of the weakened Meltdown. No, did not kill Harley, but he doesn't have MP. However, I can switch in Ivy and revive everyone. No MP, but that's fine, I can still physically attack. Tara manages to hit this time. Shockwave again. I'm not under zombie, so I can use Vince's turn to... I would like to get some more criticals. I can use Vince's turn to... I was going to say switch in Harley, but he wouldn't do any good at the moment, so another Hyper Elixir. Knock off. So that's the one we saw from the Treason monster. That's taken off all her abilities. Let's switch in Liana for some damage. No. Okay, now it knocks her off. And it puts me to sleep again. This is just going to be annoying. Trauma. And this time it does kill everyone. Okay, that's going to be a pretty difficult battle. So, I've just made another trip to Sisona to cash in my Alicia's special items for another auto shield and auto regen, I think it was. Which means I have enough equipment for 4 auto walls and 2 auto shields. So everyone except Ivy has one or other of those. I might not use Ivy very much, but she has the highest HP anyway, so she's best able to survive. So everyone has a decent shot at surviving trauma. The other thing is, of course, I said there's not much difference between the enemy having 3 million HP and me doing 50,000 versus the enemy having 300,000 and me doing 5,000. Of course, one important difference is that ultra damage is no longer relevant, so that's gone. In its place, I've given my front 4 preemptive. to get that extra turn. So let's give this another shot. Alicia first. Okay, just attack with her. Actually, I could have put Alicia's use special on, and maybe that would have been the smart move. I'm actually going to switch in Amanda because using up the preemptive turn to do that though, because Disaster is doing about 9,000. That's one of my best damaging moves. In fact, that is. Okay, that's one thing it can do. It can switch my party members around for me. Yeah, Disaster is slightly beaten by Alicia getting 2 criticals, but since the criticals are not reliable... I really wish I had more auto hastes for this battle. Trauma already. So I haven't restocked Hyperelixirs. I'm just going to accept that 32 is probably enough for all the remaining optional and endgame bosses. Goodbye Amanda's auto wall. Switch in Ivy to put haste back on Amanda because obviously that increases her damage output. Unless she dies again. Tornado, well, there she goes. Shockwave, that's a nice break for me. I have been lucky so far with never getting put to sleep. I think this is because it chooses its actions randomly rather than in a fixed order, so more than a third of its HP is gone. But I've not been very wise. I should have, well, I wanted to scan, but I should have seen that I needed to do that Curona and rehaste Amanda. Okay, trauma, so goodbye Amanda. Very nearly goodbye whole party. Okay, so if I... No, I was going to say if I lose and redo this, then I'll make sure I give auto haste to Amanda, but of course it does have the option of using knockoff. Shockwave, that's annoying because that still leaves me asleep. Storing energy, don't like the sound of that. I'm awake at least. Throw a remedy at Harley, then he can S another party. So, halfway down. What? Okay, 99999 damage to everyone. So I assume that's a kind of time limit. You have to take its HP out before it gets to that point. And that's going to be very luck dependent because it has that really annoying Sweet Dreams move. But also, as you saw, it only used Sweet Dreams once, and I was still only able to do about half it, just over half its HP. So this is going to take some rethinking. Okay, this is the setup I'm trying now. Tara and Liana are banished from the party because they're just not doing enough damage. Ivy and Amanda. So Ivy now has an ultra damage, so that she can disaster. I've had to take off her HP plus 100% and ultra HP, but she has the ultra damage and auto haste. Amanda, obviously, also with those. Alicia, I've put use special instead of her preemptive. May as well give Amanda that since she has the empty slot. But I want Alicia to have use special so that I can get the boosts on as quickly as possible. And that is shockingly little damage. I wonder why. I think Ivy's magic stat is actually the higher of the two. That is really annoying. But okay. Ah, it's because it got a critical on Amanda that... Well, since Ivy's not actually doing that much damage, I may as well use her turn to haste Vince. I'm not noticing very much difference in damage output. And I'll scan because I do want to have a scan so I can see how I'm doing. Yay, physical attack. That's the least threatening thing you could have done. Oh wait, it took all her buffs off. Okay, never mind that. Should I disaster? I'll disaster. It's probably better than putting Tara or Liana in. So I would have to give Alicia debuff proof for this. Great, knock off Ivy, that's really not very important. It does prevent her doing disaster, so I will switch in Tara at this point. And there it goes with Sweet Dreams. That is one thing I really don't like about this fight. It's just the way it's luck dependent. At least Trauma on the next turn will take that off. And no one died. Hang on, rather than meditate, I'll use this turn to haste Tara. Yes, you keep doing that, please. So I've got it below 100,000. Trouble is, I don't know what the time limit is. I don't even... Oh, well, storing energy means it's next turn. Alicia will get 3 turns before then. It has 50,000 left, and she's doing 16,000 a turn if she gets the criticals. Harley cannot do much, so switch in Liana for more damage. I think she's the only one who can really contribute. 22,000, so I'm dependent on getting those criticals and not missing. Ooh. 8,000. If I get a critical, I can do this. I think it's safe to say that was close. That was as close as it can get. That was an amazing final boss for this side quest. Well done, Namida. Wow, you defeated my most ultimate creation. Champion's Decree must be a key item for this. Okay, this video has been going on for a long time by now, but next video I'll move on from this Monster Arena side quest, so I think this is the appropriate point to say a few things to wrap this all up. I have looked in the database at the drops from the Doofus. It actually has 2 possible ones, 50% each. Let's go out there, the music is calmer. The weird thing is that its drops are the blue magics for Glory and Holy, both of which I already have 2 of. So one of those came from the unlocks, which you have to do before getting to Doofus. I don't know where the other ones came from, maybe earlier in the game, maybe Trinity Palace, so maybe it's possible to get here without already having 2 of each, but it is still weird that because you get 2 of each just by playing the game normally and playing this side quest, that its drops are a 3rd copy of those items, because there's no point in having a 3rd blue magic item. You've only got 2 blue mages. So if it was me, I would have made those drops Yojimbo's Blade and God's Law. There's no danger of breaking the game by giving those too early because you already get one of each as the unlocks. And you get one of the two from the choice chest. And as I've pointed out, it seems that the other one, whichever one you don't choose, you can never get two of. So I would have made the Doofus have those as drops just so that it's possible to get every single blue magic item in the game for both mages. And of course that goes with something I've already said, which is make it possible to... Come on. Make it possible to get the missing ones like Smokescreen, like Pillar Tornado. I know that Namida is not doing any more work on this game. He's started work on a remake, which might... I don't know how similar it will be, how different, but... I'm just giving my thoughts on how this game could be improved. I know this is the final version, except for the remake. Anyway, ignoring drops, the bosses themselves. In chat recently, Namida was saying that some of these bosses were kind of hastily thrown together. He wasn't sure if they would be well balanced. And I've got to say, that did not show. I mean, apart from the one I really didn't like, the Retributor, and apart from Sados being breakable, this side quest felt absolutely solid all the way through. I really like the fact that it gradually gave you more copies of rare items like Auto Wall, Dispel Strike, etc. And those extra copies actually came in really useful for the higher tier bosses in this side quest. So yeah, obviously that's a staple of RPGs, gradual improvement, getting more abilities, more stats. But even in this microcosm, just the satisfying feeling of progression. That is hard to pull off when you put something like this at the end of the game, where the player is coming into this side quest already with a level 99 party. But it was really well done. And obviously the Doofus as the final boss of this, very, very hard, really appropriate for the final boss. And I feel, yeah, that apart from those two that were a bit of a problem, I've had a fantastic time with this. So, where are we going next with the LP? Well, I've got 6 of the stat up items. I don't have Strength Plus because I got that and immediately spent it. Magic Plus from the Summoner. I think I will refight that one just to get the Magic Plus so that I've got all 8 stat up items. And then off camera, I'll decide what I want to do about the stat item shop, and then it's time to move on. Now, there are 2 more optional bosses that I know of, so next video I will be fighting them, and then it will be time to tackle the endgame storyline bosses, and that should be the very final end of the game. I still have my low-level game to go back to at some point, but other than that, depending on how long the remaining bosses take, I expect to be done with the main playthrough in just 1 or 2 more videos. So I hope you're looking forward to those, and thank you for watching.